1 minute. Okay. So, good afternoon, FY. And
Good
today we are
afternoon,
going
ma'am.
to talk about a topic by the name of Bergey's Manual. Have you heard this term before?
No.
Yes, no? No.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, Bergey's Manual is a book which is used for classification of bacteria. Okay, I'm specifically saying bacteria. Please remember that. So first we are going to look at the birth of Bergey's manual. Okay. Please simultaneously इसके notes भी लिखते जाओ. हाँ किधर गए? All right. So the first point that we are supposed to cover is the birth of Bergey's manual. Okay. So what happened was during 20th century, there were different approaches to bacterial classification, and most of them depended on how uh, expert that author was or how expert that person was. Okay. Now, what happens when we have different people, different approaches for the same thing? Like, for example, say if I give you a yellow fruit, some people will say it is a yellow round fruit. Other person will say it is golden yellow. A third person will say it is, I don't know, lion yellow, right? So the fruit is same, but the approach is different. So when I, as a fourth person, don't know what it is and I try to figure it out, what I get are three different explanations for the same thing. Correct? Now, same thing was happening with bacteria as well. Okay. Why? Because people would observe these under different microscopes. Their original background would be different. So the same organism would be described in a different way. And when an XYZ person who had no background would find the similar organism, look for its characteristic, he would get a variety of characteristics which did not match with one another. Okay. Therefore, some people thought ki why not make a book of, or why not segregate all these points together and create a manual so that whenever an immature microbiologist or whenever a scientist who was actually trying to figure out कि ये bacteria कौन सा है looks into the book, does XYZ test, will definitely be able to classify his or her isolate. Okay. So two people by the name of Robert Bucknell and David Bergey started this preparation. So Robert Bucknell and David Bergey from 1883 to 1973 began compiling all the information that they could get on bacteria and published a book by the name of Manual of Determinative Bacteriology. The book that they published was called as Manual of Determinative Bacteriology. The original book is called as Manual of Determinative Bacteriology. The authors were Robert Bucknell and David Bergey. Over a period of time, the manual came to be known as Bergey's Manual. Okay. Now, This manual contains studies on the nomenclature and classification of bacteria, which means कि अगर आपके पास एक XYZ isolate है तो उसको कैसे क्लासिफाई करना है, इसके स्टेप बाय स्टेप जो है वो बर्गीज मैनुअल में दिया गया है. ओके. Another thing why this was called as Burgess Manual of Determinative Bacteriology, because what Burgess did was he was the president of what we call as Society of American Biologists. Okay. Society. Okay. Of American Biologist. In bracket, tab. Okay. And this book was published using the funds from SAB, Society of American Biologists. And David Burgee was the president when this book got published. That is why it is also called as Burgee's Manual. Okay. And now this same society, that is Society of American Biologists, or not biologists, bacteriologists. Now today, this Society of American Bacteriologists is called as ASM, that is American Society for Microbiology. American Society for Microbiology, in bracket ASM. Even we have a Pune chapter of ASM, and all the microbiologists, nearly all the microbiologists are members of this ASM. Okay. So this is how the Burgess Manual was born, with the determination of two people, Robert Bucknell and David Burgee, and it took around 10 years for them to make this manual. Okay. Sorry. Now, the first, just a minute. The first Burgess Manual was published in around 1923. Okay. And the second one was published in 1925 and the third one in 1930. In 1936, Burgess Manual Trust was formed, and from that day till today, the Burgess Manual Trust is the one who is responsible for publication of the Burgess Manual. Okay? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, till 1930, one single volume Burgess Manual was published. Then, in around 1994, a 5-volume book was published, okay, by the name of Burgess Manual of Systematic Bacteriology. Burgess Manual of Systematic Bacteriology. Okay, so this one, that is Burgess Manual of Systematic Bacteriology, was published in around 1984. The second edition was published in 2001, and both of them comprised of 5 volumes. Okay. These manuals provide an extensive description of taxonomy, systemics, physiology, ecology, and habitat. So what do I get? I get information about the taxonomy of the bacteria. I get the information about systematics of the bacteria. I get information about physiology of the bacteria. Then I get information about ecology of bacteria. And finally, I get the information about habitat of individual prokaryotic group as well as the natural classification of prokaryotes. So what do I mean by taxonomy? By taxonomy, I mean classification. ठीक है? मतलब suppose XYZ बैक्टीरिया है तो उसका ग्रुप क्या है, जीनस क्या है, फैमिली क्या है, सीरोवार क्या है. This will come under taxonomy. Then what is systematics? Have you heard this term, systematics? Anyone?
No.
No?
No.
Systematics is also similar to taxonomy. Only difference being in case of systematics, we look for its DNA or RNA relationship. Like for example, I will look at the relationship between say X and Y organism. That will come under systematics. But to find X and Y organism, that will come under the taxonomy. एक सिंपल सी चीज है. कहाँ गई? So I have say two organisms that I have found. All right, let us call them A and B. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Somebody is there at the door. Okay. So I have found out two organisms. Let me name them A and B. So मुझे कैसे पता चला कि ये A और B अलग अलग है? तो मुझे टैक्सोनॉमिक स्टडी करके पता चला. ठीक है? Or then I have to find the relationship between A and B, how they are related to each other, whether they are related to not with each other or no. Then that will come under the topic of systematics. Okay, so this is the relationship between A and B. A and B both are connected to one another, related to one another, and to a third species, which I may say call or I may call it as C. ओके, सी जो है वो ए और बी का एंसेस्टर है. ये मुझे सिस्टमैटिक के स्टडी से पता चलेगा. ओके, फिजियोलॉजी मीन्स what are the physical components of my bacteria, what is it made up of, उसके पार्ट्स क्या क्या है. इकोलॉजी मतलब वो कहाँ कहाँ रहता है, where can I find these two. Can I find them in soil? Can I find them on rocks? Can I find them in sea? Can I find them in river? All this will come under the term ecology. Okay, and habitat as well. Habitat is a subset of ecology. So when I say I have to do ecological studies of bacteria, what I mean basically is I have to see कि ये जो bacteria है, say X, Y और Z, वो कौन कौन से कंडीशंस में जिंदा रह सकता है. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If I okay, again give me a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the 5 things that we had seen right now were published in the 5-volume book, correct? By the name of Burgess Manual of Systematics. Burgess Manual of Systematic Bacteriology. All right. Now let us look कि इन 5 वॉल्यूम्स में क्या क्या चीजें है. Even today we use these manuals only for identification of bacteria. क्योंकि अगर whenever you do your practicals you will see कि each and every bacteria looks same. Okay, उसका colony characteristics almost similar होता है. But when you do microscopy or whenever you are studying its taxonomy, there are certain tests that you are supposed to do to identify the microorganism. कि ये E. coli है या Staphylococcus है. ये identify करने के लिए कुछ tests होते हैं, and these tests are given in the Burgess manual. Okay. So now let us look as to what all these different volumes contain. I have volume 1, which contains information about all the gram-negative bacteria of medical and industrial importance. So, all gram-negative bacteria of medical and industrial importance. Okay. Volume 1 contains all the gram-negative bacteria of medical and industrial importance. Volume 2 contains information on all gram-positive bacteria. Volume 3 deals with all the remaining slightly different gram-negative bacteria. Okay. Volume 4 has information on filamentous actinomycetes. Okay. So volume 4 has info on filamentous actinomycetes. Okay. And that's it. Your volume 2, which is all gram-positive bacteria, have 2A, 2B and 2C parts. All right. And that's how we generally classify the organisms. Gram-negative in volume 1, gram-positive in volume 2, slightly different gram-negative in volume 3, and info on filamentous actinomycetes on volume 4. Okay. जब पहले बनाया था तब सिर्फ एक ही वॉल्यूम था. 2001 से we have 4 to 5 volumes. Okay. Now this book is available online for free. You can view this book or you can buy this book. Okay. Now buying is a costly affair because 4 volumes of Burgess manual will cost anywhere between 50 to 60,000 rupees. So it is easier for us to view it online. So now I'll be showing you Burgess manual. Okay. Now here on the search results, you can see systematics of archaea and bacteria, systematic bacteriology. So here I'm only looking for bacteriology. Okay. Now, of course, it is paid. So therefore, we won't be able to look at it. Only what we get are the outer covers. Okay. So here in Google Books, I have two free books that I can preview. One is the Burgess Manual of Determinative Bacteriology. Second is the Burgess Manual of Systematic Bacteriology. This is volume 3. Okay. So at our level, determinative bacteriology is sufficient. Okay, but we are going to look at both the books. You can see the price. 29,119 euros, the whole set. So that's how costly it is. So first, let us look at the Burgess Manual of Determinative Bacteriology. We have, in our college, we have determinative bacteriology. So once we open up, then I will show you the book as per se. Okay? Let us look here. What is wrong with this? Okay. So it's moving like this. So what I want you all to show is the contents. Okay. The first chapter is using this manual, how to use it. The nature of bacterial identification scheme. How will you know whether it is a prokaryote or a eukaryote? Then 4 major categories of bacteria, groups within the 4 major categories, and the terms used or glossary. So the first group here is spirochetes. So this is the index of systematic bacteriology. So spirochetes followed by aerobic microaerophilic motile helical vibroid gram-negative bacteria, followed by non-motile gram-negative bacteria, followed by gram-negative rods and cocci. And these are the genuses. Okay. These are so many genuses here. Then we have group 5, which is facultative anaerobic gram-negative rods. Subgroups, families, gram-negative anaerobic straight, curved, and helical bacteria. Dissimilatory sulfate or sulfur-reducing bacteria. Subgroups, anaerobic gram-negative cocci, rickettsia and chlamydia, anoxygenic phototrophic bacteria, oxygenic phototrophic bacteria, and here is your cyanobacteria. Okay, so under cyanobacteria you can see subgroup 1. There are different subgroups और उस subgroups में फिर genuses है. Subgroup 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. We have aerobic chemolithotrophic bacteria. Budding or appendaged bacteria, sheathed bacteria, non-photosynthetic, non-fruiting, gliding bacteria. Okay, so these many organisms are there in the world which have been classified So methanogens are there, archaeal sulfate reducers are there, extreme halophiles are there, cell wall-less archibacteria are there. So these are all the bacteria that have been identified till date. Okay, this is the latest version. Now let us look. So here I go. So this is how my Burgess looks from inside. So this is for spirochete. Okay. Can you read my screen, everybody? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if I want to differentiate between, say, Leptospira and Leptonema, okay, so these are the tests that I have to perform. और उनके रिजल्ट पर डिपेंड करेगा कि मेरा जो आइसोलेट है वो लेप्टोस्पायरा है या लेप्टोनीमा है. Of course, first I have to look at it under microscope to actually confirm कि वो एक स्पाइरोकीट है. ठीक है, मतलब स्पाइरल है. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि मेरा आइसोलेट जो है वो रॉड है और मैं स्पाइरोकीट के अंदर ढूंढ रही हूँ कि मेरा आइसोलेट क्या है. नो, the first step in using Burgess manual is that you are supposed to do a microscopy of your isolate such that you will get the basic shape and the gram nature of that organism. Okay, so now here you can see the characteristics, whether it is a saprophyte, growth in trypticase broth without serum or albumin, growth at 37, growth in presence of 8-azaguinin, 2,6-diaminopurine, copper sulfate, lipase, etc. So depending upon the results that you get, if you have a positive result, you write plus. If you have a negative result, you write minus. If the result is differential, मतलब मैंने duplicates में किया, एक ट्यूब में पॉजिटिव आया, दूसरे ट्यूब में नेगेटिव आया, तो आई राइट डी. ठीक है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन व्हाट रिजल्ट आई गेट, आई विल ईदर कॉल इट एल बायफ्लेक्सा और एल इनाडेल or whatever this organisms are. Okay. Similarly, for Serpulina as well, genus Spirochaeta. So these are different tests that you have to perform, and depending upon the result, you will be able to say कि वो कौन से जीनस को कौन से स्पीशीज को बिलोंग करता है. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes,
please remember that Burgess manual is the book that you are supposed to refer to when you want to classify the organism, when you want to identify the organism. Okay? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.